Hi, welcome to A Good Sandwich. Today we are going to be cooking a good sandwich, which is what the website, the YouTube channel is named after. It was inspired by my mom, Mary,
Hello.
and she is our guest chef today. And seeing how this is her sandwich, we're going to let her cook this sandwich. We're gonna get to the bottom of this sandwich a little bit, and I'm gonna make my own version of this sandwich, and we'll see which sandwich is better. Before we get started in cooking it, I'm gonna have my mom read a few of the messages that she got from her kids today. She sent them a message to ask them about this good sandwich and how many of them still ate the sandwich or liked the sandwich. And here are some of the comments that she got. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and read those?
You don't want me to tell them the history of our sandwich?
Well, yeah, I want to hear this. Yeah, that's what we want to get to the bottom of. Why don't you tell us the history of this sandwich? Like, where did this sandwich come from, and why is it that you served it to your children? Why did you hate us that much?
You want these comments first?
It doesn't matter which order.
Okay, let me tell you the history behind this sandwich. When I was a girl, this was a sandwich that my mother made, and so it was easy to fix. As a child, I didn't like it, but I brought it with me when I got married. So when we were on the farm, we wouldn't have very much time to eat lunch. So when the kids and I would come in from the field, this is the sandwich that I would make. And when Justin started the Good Sandwich YouTube, he called me and said, don't want you to be insulted, but I'm going to do this YouTube, and it's going to be called the Good Sandwich. And I said, you mean the bologna sandwich? And he goes, yep, you got it. So anyway, so today when he called me to see if I wanted to come do the Good Sandwich, I thought, well, I better take a poll of my children and see how many of them maybe still do it, or what their take is. So one of my sons said, sorry, no. Oh, this was what I said. Anyone still make the bologna and grilled cheese you had when you were kids? The one kid says, sorry, no. My oldest son said, no, I don't make that quote unquote good sandwich. My daughter said, no, I don't even buy that bologna. It's nasty. My other daughter said, I haven't eaten that sandwich since I left home. And my youngest one says, I don't eat bologna. I think I must have ruined them. So anyway, do you want me to read that one?
Yeah.
My oldest said, I only buy bologna as a treat for my dog. So that tells you how well this sandwich went over with my children as adults.
And having heard that, now I understand a little bit more how long the hate for children has gone on in this family. I didn't realize that it was a multi-generational hate, that you fed it. She was also fed it to her. As a child, she was fed by her mother this sandwich. And so, as the statement says, misery loves company, she thought for sure she would make us suffer as well. So, anyways, despite all of that, a few years ago, when me and my wife were first married, the church that we belonged to came out with a recipe book, a cookbook. And it just so happened that my mom entered in to the recipe a good sandwich. And as you can see here is the recipe.
It's a long one.
We're going to follow it. My mom is going to follow it to a T today. I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to make a couple different versions of that I've never even tried. I've never even tried to make this sandwich ever. But I'm going to make a couple different versions of it and see if we can make the sandwich into something that's actually edible.
Well, the interesting thing is, my husband and I actually fixed it last night and ate it. So before we were going to do this, and it really wasn't that bad. As an adult, I've gained a new respect for it. So
I'm thinking that in order to really appreciate this sandwich, you had to have gone through the Great Depression. Is what I'm thinking at this point in my life. Either that, or you had to have gone through some really, really, really hard times. And evidently, I don't think I've gone through hard enough times to appreciate a good sandwich. But maybe I haven't had one for so many years. Maybe it's possible that my taste buds have changed, or maybe I've got coronavirus and I won't be able to taste anything, and it might actually be okay. So we're gonna let my mom explain how she makes her good sandwich, and then I will make my version of a good sandwich, and we'll go from there.
Well, last night I decided when I fixed it, I'll tell you what it would be. What would make this probably a lot better is a bowl of soup with it. So, piece of bread, regular bread, it doesn't matter. I am particular about my bologna. It has to be beef bologna. Can't be chicken parts and pieces. In fact, I used to use just one slice. Now we go two. And I put 2 slices of cheese on it.
So being in a wealthier time of your life, you're willing to splurge and go with 2
That's
slices
right.
of bologna
2 slices
and
of,
2
2
slices of cheese.
Well, my recipe says 3 or 4 slices, but after making it last night, I'm like,
Well, I think probably when you were doing it, you were using this type of cheese.
Oh, that's true.
And so
yes.
3 or 4 slices was
That's
probably
true.
was
That
probably
is
good.
true.
The one thing that is really really interesting about these sandwiches is that when you start to cook this and you're going to broil it, correct?
Yes.
The bologna actually curls up to a point where it actually forms its own bowl that you could actually put your soup into. So it traps all of that grease from the cheese, which
Right.
sometimes could be a half of a cup if
That's
you got
true.
3 to 4 slices of good cheese on there. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a slice of bread, and I'm just gonna do one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toast this slice of bread. Okay? I'm gonna toast it.
How many slices of bologna do you want? Just one?
I think we're just going to go with one. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, we'll wait this one out. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a grilled cheese using the bologna instead of using like ham or something like that. I'm going to grill it up, and we're going to see how that works out. So I'm going to put a little butter on either side of this here bread. Okay, and then I'm gonna slice some cheese up. Now we've already got the oven set on broil. Now, Mom, how long does it usually take to broil these things? I mean, are we talking like a minute? Are we talking 2 minutes?
2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3
Depends
minutes.
on how hot your broiler is.
Okay, we're gonna put a little extra cheese on just to really hide the bologna taste.
Not a bad idea.
Shush.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cut my other cheese that I need for my other one once my bread is done being toasted here. So while we're waiting for that to happen, I'm gonna put my bologna slice on there, okay? And I'm gonna get my pan started, heating up over here. I mean, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible to mask.
To make it good?
Yeah, to make it good. I just don't know if it's even humanly possible. Even gourmet chefs, I don't know if they can work with this to turn it
You
around.
have to be old to appreciate it, I think.
It's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible. I mean, I feel better knowing that your mother served it to you.
Yes, she did.
Because I really did think that you just hated your
no,
children.
No, I passed that on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's one thing I can tell you. This
haven't
is
passed
something
it
that's not
on.
going to get passed on. After reading on
It's
these other
done.
notes, this will be a legendary sandwich.
That's good.
So the only thing, this may be the last time that you
we-
ever see anybody make a good sandwich in our home. So
We'll probably make it at our house again. Maybe
my mom's
once
still
a
in
year.
it. She
Yeah.
just as a time to reflect on how things used to be.
It brings back memories of how you guys go. Is this all we have to eat?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
this it, Mom? Really?
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll do Dad's favorite, bread and milk.
Oh gosh. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one of them. I'm sure. Again, none of my siblings have eaten that since they left.
I doubt it.
So, but yeah, that was one of my
Bread
dad's favorites.
and milk with peanut butter and honey.
Oh, and it was
Come
quite
on.
an art,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes. Oh my
Okay, so here's my toasted piece. Okay.
It's a little over
Okay.
toasted.
So here's that's a little over toasted for her. Okay, which is okay. We're each gonna do our own little thing here. I'm just gonna put one slice of bologna on here. Wow.
It's in there for good.
It's stuck in there. I mean, that's even the bologna doesn't want to get eaten. So we're gonna just kind of lay that in there. As you can see, there's. Okay. One of them has the Velveeta. One of them's got the.
Well, this is American. It's not Velveeta.
Oh, American. Okay. So the other one's got the other cheese. All right. My other. I'm guessing that my pan is gonna be hot now, so I'm gonna get my pan over here. If you want to bring the camera over here, we will. We'll get this. We're gonna put this into the oven. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna move the rack up so that it's closer to the top. Okay. At my house when I was a kid, my oven. One time my dad was trying to warm up, and so he was lean. He had the oven like this. Just why don't you show him there, cameraman? He had the oven like this, and he was just warming up his backside like this a little bit, and he slipped and fell. And as he slipped and fell, he fell down, and the door came down, and he sprung it back so far that it would never close. So from then on, the oven was like this. The only way that you could close this was we put a bungee cord up here and fastened it to the top of the cabinet, and then we brought it down, and then it would hold it shut. And it was quite an engineering feat in order to really see that happen. But it was until he passed away in '99. So I'm guessing probably for a good 15 years of my life, that was how we cooked in our household, was with the bungee cord. It was part of the cooking project. Let me see about.
Open the door. You've got to open the door.
What's that? We got to keep the door open a little bit.
Your broil.
Okay, so we're gonna keep that door open just a little bit.
See, it's already.
Oh yeah, it's already starting to melt. We're gonna see how this one's coming. Oh, look at look at how nice that one's coming around on that.
The bread's too hot. So.
Bread's too hot. Well, that's my bread.
Oh, that's your bread.
That's my bread. Okay, so. Oh yeah, we still got a little ways. Oh, look at this one here.
Yeah,
look at how well it's starting to do a little curling.
Yeah.
Okay, this one here is a little ways off, but we're getting close. This one here is getting really close to coming to fruition here.
So leave the door open when you
Keep the door open. Mom says to keep the door open when you broil. Let that nasty bologna smell seep out. That way it doesn't get absorbed into the meat or your sandwich. You really want to get that out. Oh boy, this one's really. One of them's going to come out. Okay, because it's done.
And you know what? The other one won't curl like that because of the different cheese.
Okay, so this one here, you can see this is really come together. We're gonna let this one go just a little bit longer.
Don't close the door.
Don't close the door. Keep that open. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. But oh yeah, this grilled cheese. This one here, this really might be the ticket.
I was gonna say that looks just like the old days, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, this one here. We're gonna cut this up into fours.
Do you want to put the tomato on it? No, that's yours.
So, in the recipe, it says here, top with tomatoes, salted and peppered. So let's get the salt and pepper out. But you got to put a tomato on it in order to really. Okay, so put the tomato on it. We're gonna pepper it up good. Anything we can do to mask or hide the flavor is what we're interested in doing here.
Check that beast.
Okay, we're guessing this other one's probably done.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got little burn blisters coming. Okay, so we're gonna get this one off of here too. I'm kind of worried about my other one.
Here, I'll take this off. You want it on that plate?
All right, so we've got ourselves 3 little different options here we're gonna go with. We've got our toasted sandwich to start with. We got the original. good sandwich. Okay, that's right there. Okay, and then, you know, the presentations looks really good. But we're gonna cut this up into pieces because we want to see which one of these is gonna be. Put this one on this plate.
Did you get the cheese? Right.
Who wants to be a taste tester here?
Okay.
Christy, we got Christy over here. She really wants to be a taste tester.
Okay, Christy, you
so
take
why don't
one
you
of
try
those.
one of those? I'm gonna try one of them. Mom, you need to try one of those.
I don't like that.
Oh, look at that.
That's good.
Is that good?
I mean,
That's a grilled cheese sandwich.
the only
With
thing you could do
bologna.
more, the only thing more you could do to really fix this sandwich is to burn the bread so you just can't taste it. Okay, so it just tastes burnt. That'd be about the only thing you could do to improve this sandwich. But it's not too bad, is it?
It's tolerable, right?
I mean, I don't know if you can live off it, but
If you were hungry, you could
But you
live
could
off it
eat
for
it.
a long time, right?
okay. Now, let's move over to the toasted one. Okay, I think that one's pretty well.
Done.
Let's
Will you
take it.
take the tomato? I don't like tomato.
You can take the tomato off. The tomato was optional.
Yeah,
Okay?
we'll take the tomato off. Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. We're gonna cut this in half for you. So this was the toasted one. I toasted it,
Pre-toasted.
pre-toasted it. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, and as you can see here, this meat is really curling up. I mean, that's really, in my mind, that's a signature. That's signature part of the sandwich.
That is.
I mean, if it's not curled, you just haven't cooked it long enough. There you go.
Well,
Mom,
I'll
can
tell
try
you
that
what.
one.
I'll tell you what. This cheese makes it curl more than that cheese does.
And I don't know why that is.
I don't either, but it does. The what did you have?
I just had just
Cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese. You know, this takes me right back to home with busted up stove. Makes me want to just get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow and just go move 300 hand line.
I'll bet it does. Come in for a 10-minute lunch and eat your good sandwich.
Yeah, you know. No, it actually isn't too bad. You know?
I've had worse.
Yeah. Now let's get into the classic. This here. What did you think, Christy? How did you like
I like
that?
that one.
That's not
You
bad,
like that
huh?
one? Mm-hmm. Okay, so hey, you know what? This may be a sandwich that comes back. We might be bringing this sandwich back to life.
We'll take
Let's take that off of there for her.
her.
It's a little soggy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why it's soggy.
Soggy.
Do you know why it's soggy, Mom?
Mine wasn't soggy last night.
Maybe we waited too long
Maybe.
to eat it.
Tastes like hot dog.
Well, you know, that's kind of what bologna is.
That's what bologna is a
It's
round
flat.
hot dog.
Yeah. You can taste the bologna in this. If you like bologna, this is the sandwich for you. If you don't like bologna, you'd want to hide it.
The cheese makes the difference. You may not agree with that, but that's what it does.
Well, you didn't like that one?
No, you like this one better. The good old-fashioned good sandwich.
Yeah, you like the old school style. This is kind of Grandma's new school because we couldn't afford the pre-sliced cheese
That's
when I was a
right.
kid. If it wasn't government cheese, we weren't having it.
Exactly. So yeah,
Well,
that is the old school.
there you go, folks. I think maybe, the grilled cheese with bologna sandwich was okay, but the classic, the pre-toasted. I think the pre-toast kind of helps
I think it does.
keep the moisture
I agree.
out
I agree.
of the sandwich. And I'm not
Agreed.
a fan of the double bologna because in my mind
There's too
the
much
bologna there is just a vehicle to get the cheese in your mouth and to trap the cheese oil.
Yep.
So doubling up I don't think is a good idea.
Nope.
But hey, there you have it. Now you
Welcome.
know a good sandwich, how to make one, how the name came to be of the YouTube channel is because of that. It was because of this sandwich that I decided one day that it was time that I started cooking. And so I said, if that's what we're gonna eat, by golly, I think
I
I'm
can
gonna
cook.
I can cook something. I can cook something different.
So he did.
So I did. So there you have it. Thanks for coming
Thank
today,
you.
Mom.
Yep, thank you.
It's been fun. Yeah.
It was interesting. I agree. The old school was the best.
Yep. Make sure you trap in that old-fashioned cheese grease. That's the important part of this.
Right cheese and the right toast. Yep.
There you have it.
There you have it.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a good day.